Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing is Black Ops 6 worth it and giving an honest Black Ops 6 review after playing the beta weekends 1 and 2 after the most recent Black Ops 6 beta. I'm going to be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, the great when it comes to Black Ops 6. And there's a lot to discuss with this game because this is definitely one of the most, I'd say, controversial betas we've had in a while, because there's a very 50-50 split on whether people like this game and don't like this game for many various reasons. And I'd like to say that I have a pretty good take on this just because I experienced both sides of the coin this weekend, especially weekend 2. Week 1, I'd say I had a great experience. Like, I couldn't fault it really. There were minor things to pick up, but weekend 2, I had the really bad, the really ugly when it came to Black Ops 6. And then I also had the really good and the really great when it came to Black Ops 6. And the gameplay you see in the background isn't the best scoreline I got in the gameplay. In the beta. However, it is probably the best time, like the best feeling I had in the beta. The best, how would I describe it, gameplay when I was playing the beta. The best reaction, the best movement, the best feeling, the best gameplay I got through the entire game, where it felt fun to play, where it felt like I was actually experiencing Black Ops 6 for what it's worth and experiencing the true, actual Black Ops 6 that I think a lot of people didn't get to experience this weekend. And again, especially weekend 2. Of course, it was an open beta, and I also like to preference this is a beta. Of course, it is subject to change. Things could massively change before launch. We are only about a month and a half away until the full launch of this game, though. So that does worry me, because there's not a lot of time to actually make the changes that I think this game kind of desperately needs in order to be successful. So let's get into it. I'm kind of just going to go through, I'm not going to list it in order or anything. I'm just kind of going to talk through things. I think I'll start with the positives, because I'll be honest, I think from weekend 2, there were positives, but there weren't as many as there was negatives when it came to the weekend 2 of the beta. And a lot of you guys probably experienced the beta for the first time weekend 2. And I also want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think. I already asked on my community page about it, and a lot of you guys gave me your responses. I'm going to kind of share those in this video as well, kind of like use you guys as a reference to say how the overall community was feeling. Because I wanted to see what your guys' takes were on it, what you thought of the Black Ops 6 beta. But let me know down below if you haven't already. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings were after playing the Black Ops 6 beta. Would you buy Black Ops 6 at launch? Are you still, all for Black Ops 6? Or did this beta kind of turn you down a bit? Did you feel a bit, I don't know, disheartened playing the beta? Let me know down below. But we'll start with the positives, okay? I like the Omni movement when it's working, okay? Now, I guess that takes it into a negative spin point, but the Omni movement is fun. It is interesting. I think it adds a new dynamic to Call of Duty. I think there's a lot of great about it, and I think it's something really interesting they've went for, and they've definitely pushing for this, of course. It is some new dynamic, like new way of playing Call of Duty. It's an interesting and fun movement. I think it is fun. I think it makes the game, it does obviously make the game a lot more fast-paced. However, it needs a bit of work. I'll discuss that more in my negatives, but when it's working, when it's flawless, when you feel like the movement is with you, when everything is working properly, because there were a lot of things that were actually broken in the beta that did make the Omni movement feel clunky, feel awful, and not as great as it should be. But when it was working how it was supposed to be and how it was intended, man, is it crazy. Like, it is so fun. You feel like you're gliding everywhere. It's awesome. You feel like a superhero just running around everywhere. Could it get annoying after a while? I could see it getting annoying after a while, especially when obviously people are going to look to, break the game essentially with different types of movement. Of course, slide cancelling came into the game in MW 2019. That is a broken movement that we do seem to have kept since then. Some people like it, some people hate it. I could see this game having a lot of exploits when it comes to movement, and then it's up to Treyarch, of course, whether or not those things get patched or stay as intended and work for the full game. So there's a big worry about the Omni movement, but I do like it, but I do also see the negatives of it. Next up, gunplay, the way the guns felt and stuff. I like it. I like the way the guns felt. I liked it. It felt like every gun was unique in its own way. Also, I hated that, right? I'm going to put that in my negatives right now. Kill streaks killing you is a big no-no, right? That happened so many times on the weekend. I could not believe it, and that was so frustrating. You guys let me know down below whether you got killed by your own kill streaks, but it felt like my own attack chopper was gunning for me more than it was gunning for anyone else. It was absolutely ridiculous. And in fact, see how many kills that my chopper was getting in this gameplay as well, because I felt like all weekend that my choppers weren't doing any damage to anyone, but everyone else's choppers, as soon as I spawned, were just going crazy on me. So just watch out for that in the gameplay, because I genuinely don't think I got that many kills of it, and I called in at least 3 or 4 in this one game. But anyway, ranting about the chopper. Yes, the gunplay. I liked the gunplay. I liked the gunfights. It felt good. It felt like there was an actual gunfight. Yes, the time to kill. People say it feels pretty fast, and I could understand that. It does feel like you kill pretty fast this game. I think they do need to make some adjustments on certain weapons. For instance, this weapon I'm using in my hand right now, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the Tonto 22, I believe it's called. But this weapon hits like hard, really hard for an SMG. I think the SMG's got a little bit too much love in this beta. I think the SMGs are definitely better than the assault rifles in my opinion. Assault rifles need a bit of love, especially with how this game is with the maps and that. But yeah, gunplay was great. I did enjoy it. However, I do think certain things such as the SMGs do need a nerf, and the assault rifles need a little bit more love, maybe in the movement category. I'm not sure. You felt a little bit stiff when you were going on an assault rifle. They felt okay, but they felt a little bit stiff, and the damage like at longer ranges felt very weak on quite a lot of assault rifles, I'd say. Like, it felt like you were pumping people with a lot of bullets. So yeah, I'd go with that as well. Assault rifles need a bit of love. SMGs are okay. Snipers, good place. I think snipers are perfect. Don't think they need any sort of changes. They're not too annoying, and they're not overpowered. So I think they've actually done a really good job with the snipers. And I think people who are the sniping community will actually enjoy this game when it comes to sniping. So yeah, we'll go with that. I think let's. I'm trying to think of other positives really, because it's gonna sound really bad, but those are the two main positives I can take away. The problem is, a lot of the other things I want to talk about are going to go in the negative category at the moment. There's a lot more negatives than the positives. And you're probably thinking, well, Taz, you clearly didn't enjoy the Black Ops 6 beta. And I kind of did, and I also kind of didn't. This is kind of where my gripe is, because I believe this game can be good because I have played it at its absolute best. But a lot of the time, it was at its absolute worst. So we're going to talk about the big one, the lag, the packet burst, all that stuff. No need to go into the description for that. I think everyone experienced it this weekend. The lag, the stuttering, the delay, the input delay, all wrapped into one. Just lag in general in this beta was so truly awful that I genuinely think this was the worst beta we have played or had out of every single beta we've ever had in a Call of Duty. Yeah, that's saying something. And again, that doesn't mean my experience overall with the game was terrible. Like, I do think this game has a lot to show for. Like, there is something for this game. I have played like the good of this game. But when it was bad, and I mean really bad, this was the most frustrating game in the world to play, and I didn't want to play it. I wanted to turn it off as soon as, like, it was horrible. And I think there are a lot of issues with it. I think there is something going on. I believe some people have even told me in the comments, or at least in the community post that I put, that there was an actual issue with, like, memory leaks and stuff. And I do believe that probably is the case, because this game would, like, start off well, and then out of nowhere just become awful. Like, it would be horrible. You'd feel like you're moving in slow motion. You'd go to tac sprint, it'd feel delayed. In fact, there was an issue with the tac sprint as well. If you set it to 0 milliseconds, it wasn't actually 0 milliseconds, by the way. That was bugged. It felt like your aim assist would just go on and off. It felt like you would put like 10 bullets into people and they kill you in 2. It just felt like, and I feel like this gameplay was probably me doing this to other people. It felt like I was killing in like 2 to 3 shots, whereas everyone else was taking forever to kill me, because I felt like a juggernaut to everyone else. And I think that was the experience this weekend that really ruined it for everyone. It was so inconsistent, is what I'll go with. This game was so inconsistent, and it's something that worries me about the launch of this game, is that if these inconsistencies go into the full game, I can't see many people playing this game for a long, long time. Next up, we'll move into something that isn't going to be affected by just the lag and that, and, you know, stuff that can be fixed. I think this is an issue because this is a gameplay choice. This is a design choice. The maps, okay? The maps are tiny. This always going, this, like, I'll call it ADHD gameplay, which is you just got to be going, you got to run, you got to go nuts, you got to go crazy, you're just constantly sprinting at people, and you're just gunfight, spawn, gunfight, gunfight, spawn, gunfight, gunfight. And it's just too much. This is not good for multiplayer. It's almost brain rot, really, what this was. They need bigger maps. And the worrying part is Treyarch have already come out and said that they are only doing small maps for Black Ops 6 currently. This will probably change, and I imagine it will when the uproar happens, because I think they've designed the gameplay and all of this intentionally for people to level up guns, complete camo grinds, and then once they've leveled up the guns, because of course Warzone doesn't change over until Season 1 for Black Ops 6 movement and stuff. Once all those kids have leveled up all their stuff and that, they're going to go over to Warzone. I think that's what this gameplay is designed at. It's designed at the people who want to play, who play shootouts 24/7, shipment 24/7, Rust 24/7. And it's so backwards from the great that we had from MW3. As much as people, complain about MW3 with the lag and stuff at the moment, which I completely understand, I don't really have those issues anymore. The maps we got in MW3 after launch, not obviously the Modern Warfare 2 remastered ones and stuff, but the actual new maps they made were so good to the life cycle of the game. I genuinely can't think of many, if at all, bad maps that were added to MW3. Like, Sledgehammer did such a great job with that, and we've went and taken 2 steps back by just made shipment and just made 10 different versions of a shipment map in Black Ops 6. And it's just brain rot. It messes up the spawns. Like, I don't see how they're going to fix the spawns. As much as people are saying, they need to fix spawns to launch, I don't think they can. I think these maps are genuinely so small. How are you supposed to fix the spawns with the movement we have? I don't think the spawns will ever be good in this game because of how fast you move in that. Like, people have to spawn somewhere on these crazily small maps. And I genuinely think it is impossible to make good spawns with how fast you move, with how fast the time to kill can be in this game, as much as it is actually the 3rd slowest time to kill. But because of like how the guns hit and stuff, and maybe that changes with how they balance the weapons, etc. This is going to be, I think it's going to be more irritating to people than anything. I think this will genuinely kill this game's life cycle pretty quickly if they go with this mindset that we have small maps and constant gunfights and that. And I think this is an intentional design to make people go and play Warzone when it releases in Season 1. Other than that, that's quite a few negatives. I've got more negatives, I'd say, but I think those are the big ones. But yeah, the SBMM as well. The SBMM was crazy, and I think that is also Black Ops Cold War levels of skill-based matchmaking. But SBMM is SBMM. I don't think anything's going to change with that, so I'm not going to rant too much about it. It's whatever at this point. But you guys let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What did you think of the Black Ops 6 beta? Did you enjoy the Black Ops 6 beta? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.